3, 4. Exhale, cat. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, cow. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, cat. 2, 3, 4. Now just explore that a little bit on your own, moving with the breath. So that's the one thing that does make yoga asana and vinyasa different from other physical exercises, is this awareness of the breath and the idea that the breath and the movement are linked together seamlessly without any interruption. It's actually a pretty hard thing to do, but we try to do hard things all the time. And then come to a neutral spine. So you're neither letting the abdomen drop or you're rounding the upper back. And extend your left foot behind you, your left big toe on the ground, so that you're in a dorsiflex on your left foot. Put a little more weight into your left hand. Lift your right arm up alongside your right ear. Yep. So point your right fingertips toward the windows, right? Or like you're about to take off. Now lift your left foot off the floor and line your left heel up with your left hip. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, round the upper back and bring your left knee towards your right elbow, like you're doing a little crunch. Yeah. Then inhale, extend forward and back. Exhale, round the upper back, bring the right elbow toward the left knee. I think Anna's doing something else, totally. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round the upper back, bring the elbow and the knee together. Then one more time, extend. And then exhale, bring the knee and the elbow together like a crunch and stay there. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, extend, reach forward and back. And then exhale, place the left knee and the right hand on the floor. Good for you. Now, extend your left foot onto the floor. So you don't have to lift your right foot. Extend your right foot back with your right foot on the floor. So start out with your toe on the floor, Raj. That way you can just find your balance. Then shift weight into your right hand. Extend your left arm alongside your left ear with your left fingers pointing toward the windows. Then lift your right foot off the floor. Yeah, and then find your balance. Inhale, lengthen. Then exhale, round the back and bring the left elbow toward the right knee, like a crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round the upper back, bring the left elbow toward the right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, bring the left knee toward the left elbow toward the right knee and stay in your crunch. Inhale. Exhale, 1, balancing. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, extend the left arm and the right leg. Good. And then exhale, place the hand and the knee on the ground. Tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, and lift the knees up, coming into a downward facing dog. And here again, activate the quadriceps, kind of find the length through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, remember your heels don't have to be on the floor, so that maybe there's a little space from the heel and the floor because you're lifting the sit bones up a little more instead of just trying to dig the heels down into the floor. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And as you come forward to a plank, look at the wall in front of you at the windows and push the floor away like you're an angry cat at Halloween, just like you did to cat a cow. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Raj, look at the windows. Exhale, 3. Don't look at the floor. Inhale. Activate your quadriceps. Exhale, 5. Go back to a downward facing dog. Soften the knees. Slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart, hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. And if your hands are lifting up, take your blocks, put your hands on blocks. That way you can press into your hands as much as you're pressing into your feet. So there's that equal weight distribution through the hands and the feet. And it also keeps you, other places will tell you bend your knees. Bending your knees, get your hands on the floor, but it doesn't do anything for your hamstrings. It doesn't heat up those hamstrings. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Soften the knees. Step the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together. Press out with the forearms and press in with the knees so that you're trying to like really activate those inner thigh muscles. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then gently place the hands on the floor and come sit down. Yep. All right. So let's chant. We're focused on one of the Yoga Sutras, but I'm gonna chant another sutra, and then we'll chant the sutra that we're focused on. So let's look at page 39, and we're going to chant 1.2. And then we'll flip over to page 41 and we'll chant 1.33. Okay, and they'll kind of link them together a little bit in what he's trying to inform us to do. So 3 ohms. So we'll do this as a call and response. Yoga, yoga, chitta, chitta, vritti, vritti, nirodha, nirodha. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Your turn. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. One time together. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. All right. So now turn over to page 41. And we'll see that word chitta again. So we'll do this the same way. Call and response. Maitri, Maitri, Karuna, Karuna, Madito, Madito, Pekshanam, Pekshanam, Sukha, Sukha, Dukkha, Dukkha, Punya, 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 Vishayanam, Vishayanam, Bhavata, Bhavata, Chitta, Chitta, Prasadanam, Prasadanam. So you may have noticed that Upekshanam, I left out the U because the A before it, when you put it together, makes the U silent. The same way with Punya and Apunya. The A in Punya becomes the A in Apunya. Okay, so then when they come together, that second vowel is silent. All right. So Maitri, Karuna, Madito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavata, Chitta, Prasadanam. All right, your turn. Maitri, Karuna, Madito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavata, Chitta, Prasadanam. One time together. Maitri, Karuna, Madito, Pekshanam Sukha Dukkha Punya Punya Vishayanam Bhavata Chitta Prasaranam. Om. So I like both of these sutras. I should ask first, is anybody unfamiliar with the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali? Like you've never really read these, or you don't even know what we chanted? Or is everybody familiar with them? Okay, good. So in the first chapter, the second sutra, Yogashchitta Vritti Narodaha, he's telling you something about the effects that yoga is going to bring you. Now, some people will say that this is interpreted as yoga is the calming of the mind. And they will say that. That is a byproduct. Because remember, he keeps talking about this thing called samadhi that is the final aim of yoga. So a calm mind would not be the final aim of yoga. It would be a byproduct of it, but you have to remember that a sociopath has a calm mind. Sociopath, it can't cause the disruptions they cause in society if they have a mind that's going all over the place. That's one of the things that we know about sociopathic behavior is those people have very calm minds and they're able to like really look around the room and figure out what all's going on and then use the room to their advantage to get what they want, right? So yoga can't just be simply calming the mind, or Prozac would be yoga, right? You just take a pill and calm the mind. But calming the mind is a byproduct. So what I say that this actually means is that to achieve yoga, that idea of samadhi with the self, reunification with the soul, whatever you want to put it, but union with something higher than your own ego, one must still the fluctuations of the mind. And the chit is not just the mind, your educating mind, the mind that reads and that kind of thing, but it's the changing mind. Chit is changing mind. It's the mind that goes from happiness to sadness. It goes from like, depression to like total like anxiety back and forth. And it's the changing mind. And Patanjali wants you to get off of the roller coaster that the mind creates. He sees the mind as doing this all the time. And he's like, look, if you want to start this practice of yoga, you got to get off the roller coaster ride. If you like the roller coaster, stay on the roller coaster. But if you want yoga, you got to get off the roller coaster. But he goes on and he tells you more about the roller coaster ride. So, and this is the second sutra that we chant is another one that is sometimes interpreted slightly different. And I would say that it's also wrong. Maitri Karuna Medito Pekshanam Sukha Dukkha Punya Punya Vishayanam Bhavata Chitta Prasadanam. The cultivation of friendliness, compassion, joy, indifference to the emotional extremes, such as pleasure and pain, and virtue and vice, the mind becomes favorably disposed, serene and benevolent. Now, sometimes I've seen this translated, because here again, when you talk about sutras, it's just a string of words. There's no predicate, there's no adjectives, there's no he, she's, right, in this. Sometimes people will translate this by cultivating friendship, compassion, and joy and indifference to others and their pleasure and pain, their virtue and their vice. The mind becomes serene. So all of a sudden, sometimes this is interpreted as you projecting out onto other people. But see, the problem with that is that like nowhere else in the sutras does he ask you to actually start analyzing other people's feelings. He only is concerned about yours. So he knows that the mind itself is capable of being bipolar, right? I mean, that's what we would call it in modern terms, that the mind is bipolar. The changing mind is bipolar. It just fluctuates through wild extremes. And Yoga is not being on the far right or the far left, it's being somewhere in the middle. It's kind of being grounded in that middle state where there's no more of these wild fluctuations. Now, for a lot of us in today's world, that's super difficult because everything that you put your hands on, every time you pick up your iPhone and you flip onto TikTok, or you flip onto Facebook, or you flip onto to Instagram, the algorithms of those programs actually try to get you to go to one extreme or the other. You're always either getting like, images of the person who saved a litter of kittens from drowning in the flood, or you're getting somebody like tearing up a Walgreens because the cashier didn't count their change back right? So you are being fed extremes. And the mind, it's like a drug. It's like heroin. The mind just eats it up and just like wants more of it. So the idea with yoga is to actually try to get yourself off of the heroin addiction of all of the mind stuff, so that the mind is serene, is calm, is able to actually be uncrumpled. And then the process of yoga can happen. The process of yoga can then begin when the mind is uncrumpled. How do you uncrumple the mind? You breathe. You breathe, right? You even out the breath. And a lot of times you'll go to places and you'll practice yoga asana and they won't tell you to breathe. They'll just say nothing about the breath. Breathe. Try to breathe on those inhales and exhales that we set up in the metronome. And as you breathe, notice when you stop breathing. Notice when your breathing speeds up. Notice when it slows down. Notice if it's because something's going on in the mind. Try to get back into the metronome of the breath and calm the mind down. Okay? Fold up the chant books. Place them over to the side. I'll come by and pick them up. And come stand up at the front of your mat. In Tadasana mountain seat. The big toes, the heels touch. Hands are by the sides. Gaze are at the horizon. And just take a moment. Bring the hands together in undulating mudra. And set a higher intention to actually, try to calm the mind. Echo, you can move somewhere else if you want to in a minute. You know you just came in. Try to calm the mind and even out the mind. And then exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. Let's reset the metronome for the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha if you let go of that. Inhale, hook the thumbs, raise the arms up alongside the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take the arms behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist, straighten the arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place the hands down next to the feet, step the right foot back into a lunge and look forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lifting the knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly step the right foot forward in between the hands, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, the left foot next to the right and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take the arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to the feet. Step the left foot all the way back, don't rush. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Inhale, coming forward to a plank, look at the wall in front. Exhale, chaturanga, looking at the wall in front. Inhale, upward dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog, look at the navel. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to the heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly step the left foot forward between the hands. Exhale, the right foot meets the left and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. Let's do that one again. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot all the way back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to the heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot steps forward soundlessly. Exhale, left foot meets the right and fold over the legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to the heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly step the left foot forward between hands. Exhale, right foot meets left, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put the hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urban Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left heel down, come up, warrior one with the breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana, looking forward. Inhale, upward dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay in down dog. Inhale. Exhale, heels are off the floor, Anna. Inhale. Exhale, quadriceps are lifting. Inhale, breath is deep. Exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, jump the feet in between the hands lightly. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, raise the arms up. Utkatasana, chair seat. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana mountain seat. Let's do that one again. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put the hands on the floor, extend legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward. Left heel turns down, come up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Looking forward, inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Don't rush as you get tired. Exhale, down dog. On the inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior one. One breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to earth, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay again. Heels off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, torso lengthens. Inhale, reach those arms forward. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, lightly jump the feet in between hands. Exhale, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, reach torso up, awkward seat. Exhale, come, stand up to Tadasana mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. Give the left knee a hug with both hands. Drop the left hip even with the right, because the tendency is you want to hike up the left hip, but that makes you roll onto the outside of your right foot. Open up the left knee. Place the left foot on the inside of the right thigh or on the right calf, but not on the knee joint. Bring the hands together in prayer. Gaze at one spot that's not moving. Kind of lengthen the tailbone toward the heel. So squeeze at your glutes. On your inhale, lift your arms up toward the sky. Then exhale, open up your arms. Allow your left forearm to float down onto your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the right side of your body. Exhale, side bend over to the left, pushing the right hip to the right. Bending tree. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, pushing to me. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Bring the prayer hand overhead. Stay steady. Exhale, bring the prayer hand to heart center. Inhale, bring the left knee forward. Give it a good hug with both hands. And then exhale, place the left foot on the floor next to the right, Tadasana mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Give the right knee a hug. That helps open up the hip flexor. Then drop the right hip even with the left. Open up the right knee. Put the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. You can also put it on your left calf. You just don't want it on the knee joint. Then bring the hands together in prayer. Squeeze at the bottom of the glutes. Lengthen your tailbone so you're not sticking your hips back. Then inhale, lift your arms up toward the sky. Then open up the arms and allow the right forearm to float down onto the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the left. And then exhale, side bend over to the right, moving your left hip to the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the torso up, bringing the prayer hand overhead. Exhale, bring the prayer hand to heart center. Inhale, bring the right knee forward. Give it a good hug with both hands. And then exhale, place the right foot on the floor next to the left, Tadasana mountain seat. Feet together. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Then exhale, bring the hands together in the center of your chest, twist over to the right. Bring the left arm on the outside of your right thigh. Now, try to sit lower in your seat. Put your left hand on a block outside your right foot. As you do that, move your left hand back toward the mirrors instead of toward the window. So make sure that your left arm is going to stay on the outside of your right thigh. Shift weight into your right foot. Step your left foot all the way back, keeping your left arm on the outside of your right leg. If your left elbow pops in front of your right knee, you got to move your hand back. Then extend your right arm toward the windows and look into the right hand, standing spinal twist. So you see how we're here? So you're in front. So we got to get back all the way there. Okay, now good. That's good. That's good. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're good. Good, good, good. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, step your left foot forward next to your right. Exhale, remain in a twist. So you're going to keep those knees bent and the hands in the middle of your chest. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Reach the arms up. Exhale, come stand up, Tadasana, mountain seat. Did anybody notice it was a little harder to breathe in the twist? You got to work a little harder on the breath than when you're in a twist. On your inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Then exhale, bring the hands together in prayer, twisting over to the left. The right arm's going to come outside the left. I would say bring those knees together, feet together. It's going to help out an awful lot. Now, as you twist, you're going to sit lower in your seat and you're going to pull your right hip back. Then you're going to put your right hand down on the block, but you're going to move your right hand back as far as possible, keeping your right arm outside of this left leg. Shift weight into your left foot. Step your right foot all the way back. Good. On your inhale, point your left fingers toward the windows and look into your left palm. A lot better on the side. Inhale, engage. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, step your right foot forward next to your left. Stay in the twist, though. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana, awkward seat. And then exhale, come stand up, Tadasana, mountain seat. Good for you. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, put the hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump back, float back, Chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left heel down, come up, Virabhadrasana, 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana, 2. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, reaching forward to the right, placing the right hand on the right shin. Left arm lifts up. Triangle, Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Pressing the feet on the inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the right knee. Now, as you bend the right knee, inhale, reach toward the windows, tracking your knee down the center of the right foot. Then exhale, reverse the warrior, bring your left hand down your left thigh, lengthen through the right side of the body without allowing your right knee to drop over to the left. You got to be aware of that, it's in your hips. Inhale. Exhale, 1. So Anna, track your knee down the center of the foot. So don't move your foot, it's in your butt. Exhale, 1. It's here. It's not here. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, extend your right leg, reverse triangle. And then exhale, rebend your right knee. Put your right hand on the floor outside your right foot. Then inhale, sweep your left arm toward the windows, look into your left palm. So your left foot still turned in a little bit on an angle. Exhale, 1. You don't want that left foot turned toward the left side of the room. Exhale, 2. There's an inward rotation of the left thigh. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently place the left hand down. Now, come onto the ball of the left foot. Lift your left heel up into the air like you're in a high heel shoe. Then exhale, extend the right leg. Move the left foot forward until your heel's on the ground. Just till your heel's on the ground. And you're not on a tightrope. And your back foot's not turned out anymore. It's a closed hip now. On the inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Exhale, bring the hands to the waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Press into your feet. On your inhale, lift up and arch back by pressing down into the earth. Good for you. Find your stability, everybody. Then exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Clasp the hands together in a fist behind your back. Roll your shoulders back toward the wall. Behind you, you can even bend your knees to get your shoulders back a little further. Bend your elbows to get your shoulders back a little further. Then extend your elbows. On your inhale, lift up and arch back. And then exhale, fold forward over your straight right leg. As you fold over your straight right leg, keep pulling your right hip back toward the mirrors. Your left hip's moving forward. The chest is lengthening. Inhale. Exhale, 1, I got you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Press into your feet on your inhale. Lift up and arch back, finding stability in your feet. Then exhale, come back to center. Release the hands behind your back. Bring your right hand onto your right hip. On your inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. Exhale, fold forward and twist. Bring your left hand to the block outside your right foot. Plant your left hand down. On your inhale, lift your right arm up into the air and look over your right shoulder at your right thumb. Rotated triangle. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now look down at your right foot. Put pressure into your feet. Lift your right arm up, left arm alongside your left ear. Then press into your feet on your inhale. Come all the way up to a standing position. And then exhale, step your left foot forward next to your right. Tadasana, mountain seat. Good for you. Now, with your feet together, bring your hands together in the center of your chest. Rise high on the balls of your feet like you're in high heel shoes. Now start to bend your knees and descend your seat towards your lifted heels, like you're in high heel shoes squatting down. Then as your seat comes towards your lifted heels, open up your knees. Plant your hands on the floor in front of you. Lift your hips and squeeze your arms with your knees, or get your knees into your armpits. Both are correct. Then start to bend your elbows. Tilt forward into your hands. Lift your toes off the floor. As you tilt your toe, to lift your toes up, look forward. Crow, Bakasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. So our knees need to get up here somehow. Exhale, 2. Not on the knee elbow joint. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Good, everybody. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Turn the right heel down. Come up, Virabhadrasana, 1. And then exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana, 2. Inhale, extend the left leg. Now, as you straighten the left leg, check your right foot out. Turn your right foot in a little bit on an angle. Then reach forward to the left. Pull your right hip back. Plant your left hand down on your left shin. Raise your right arm up. Triangle Trikonasana. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 1. Push through the back of this right foot. Exhale, 2. It's a little turned out for my taste. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now press into the feet. Come all the way up to a standing position. Then exhale, bend your left knee. As you bend your left knee, track your knee down the center of your foot. So Anna, notice how your knee's kind of jutting to the right and your left foot's going out to the left. So you're little like, then reach forward as you bend this knee more. Then reverse the warrior, but keep tracking this knee down the center of the foot. That's better. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now keep your right hand where it is. Straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. Then exhale, rebend your left knee. Put your left hand on a block outside your left foot. Inhale, sweep the right arm toward the windows. Looking into your right palm, extended angle. Inhale. Exhale, 1. So left hand came down. Exhale, 2. Left hand down. Right arm reaches. Exhale, 3. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently place the right hand down. Now come onto the ball of the right foot. On the inhale, extend the left leg and move your right foot forward. Your toes of the right foot are now pointing toward the windows fully. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Now press into the earth with your feet. Find stability. Inhale, lift up and arch back. Good, much better on this side. And then exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Clasp the hands together in a fist behind the back. Bend your elbows a little bit if you need to get your shoulder blades a little closer together. Then you can re-straighten your arms. Inhale, lift up, arch back, pulling energy up the front of the left leg. Now exhale, fold forward over your extended left leg. As you fold forward, pull energy up the front of the left leg. And then exhale, push it through the back of the right thigh. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, press into the feet and lift up and arch back. And then exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Release the hands. Place the left hand on the left hip. Inhale, raise your right arm up alongside your right ear. Then exhale, fold forward and twist over to the left. Bring your right hand to a block outside your left foot. Then on your inhale, lift your left arm straight up into the air and move the left shoulder forward, your left hip back. Rotated triangle. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now look down at your left foot. Bring your right arm alongside your right ear, pointing your right fingertips toward the windows. On the inhale, lift up and arch back like you came into it. Good. And then exhale, come back to center and step your right foot next to the left. Tadasana mountain seat. All right, everybody. So turn slightly to face this wall over here. So you kind of have a big, nice pie or a triangle shape on this side of your mat. So you're going to step a little bit in the middle of your mat. You're not going to turn fully. You're going to kind of be at an angle, kind of point, kind of a 40-degree angle, I guess. And you may want to come over to this left side edge of your mat as much as possible. That way you have space for your hands over here to the right. Now, a little side bakasana. Now in side crow, you got a couple of choices. You cannot use blocks. I like blocks myself. I like to put the blocks like this on the mat. And I like to use the second setting so I can hold on to the blocks with my thumbs on the inside and my fingers on the outside, so that actually I can get a little height and I can make a shelf for my thigh, okay? And you want the blocks to be about as wide as your shoulders, okay? Now you want to step a little closer to the blocks. You don't want to be too far away from the blocks if you're using the blocks, okay? Too far away and you're leaning too far and you don't get your elbows on your thighs. So you want to be close to them. Bring your hands together in prayer. Now, lift high on the balls of your feet like you're in high heel shoes again. Now, start to bend your knees and descend your seat towards your lifted heels. Now, as you come down and squat down, you got to twist over to the right. You're going to get your left arm on the outside of your right thigh. Now, you got to lift your hips up like you're doing a little twerk so that you can actually get your thigh on your upper arms. Then you're going to bend your elbows and you're going to tilt forward into your head and lift your little toes off the ground and balance on your hands. Look at there, Dylan. Good for you. Bend your elbows more, Dylan. Exhale 1, because right now your left arm straight as a rod. Exhale 2. Inhale. Good, Beth. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently put your toes on the floor. Good for you. See if you can bring your hands together in prayer. You're in that bent knee squat. Press into the balls of your feet. Come stand up like you came down. And then lower the heels. And then turn over here to the right side of the room. And you're going to just flip your blocks around because that's the nicest way to do this. So once you lift your hips up, bend your elbows like chaturanga. You were there, but you just kept that arm straight as a rod. You want to make a shelf, okay? Does that make sense? All right. Bring the hands together in prayer. Yeah. And then lift. You may be a little too, about right here. I would say if you're so when we're turning this way, you're actually turned right here, okay? You're about right here toward me. Yep, and your blocks are over on this side. Now, rise high on the balls of your feet, then bend your knees. And as you bend your knees, descend your seat towards your lifted heels. Yep. As you come all the way down, twist to the left. Get your right arm on the outside of your left thigh. Now, put your hands on the blocks if you need to, but then lift your right hip up even more so that you're like kind of lifting your butt up. Get your thigh on your arms, bend your elbows, and tilt forward into your hands. And this balance on the hands, side crow. Good for you, everybody. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Bend your elbows a little more. Inhale. Exhale 3. So bend, 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 bend. Exhale 4. Bend your elbows, bend your elbows. Inhale. Exhale. Gently put your feet on the floor with control. Good for you. Bring your hands together in prayer. Press into your feet. Come stand up like you came into it. And then exhale, drop your heels and come back to the front of your mat. Standing into Tadasana mountain seat. All right. On your inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, put the hands on the earth. Extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift the head and chest up. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, push through your left heel. So keep your left heel off the floor. On your inhale, reach your arms back toward the mirrors so the arms are alongside the body. Shift weight forward into your right foot. On your inhale, lift your left foot off the floor, straightening your right leg. Warrior 3, looking slightly at the windows through your eyebrows. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Now listen. Inhale. Exhale, gently place your left hand down underneath your left shoulder. You can use a block for that so you don't drop in the shoulders. Inhale, lift your right arm straight up into the air and twist, look over your right shoulder, rotated half moon. Keep that left leg in the air. Exhale 1. Engage the hamstrings of your left leg. Exhale 2. That's what keeps you up in the air. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale. Put your right hand on the floor. All right. Now, this is going to be a little different. Bend both your knees and bring your left knee behind your right knee. Left knee behind the right knee. Sit down and go Mukhasana, cow face. Stacking your shins on top of each other. And then sit right down in between your ankles. So you're not really sitting on your heels. The feet are even from side to side. If you need to sit on a little block, that's perfectly fine. Then grab the big toes in yogi toe lock. Inhale, lift the head and chest. And then exhale, fold forward. And as you fold forward, see if you can bring your chin in front of your right knee. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on your inhale, lift your head and chest. Now, for those of you who are sitting on a block or a blanket, you're going to come off that block and blanket for this, okay? So your transition is going to be a little hard if you're sitting on something. Now, grab a hold of your big toes again, okay? Now, draw your legs forward. Your right ankle is going to be on top of your left ankle. You're going to be extending your legs straight out, balancing in a Navasana. We crossed ankles. All right. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now let go of your right big toe. Lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. Then exhale, point your left fingers toward the wall behind you and look over your left shoulder, balancing in a Navasana. You're holding onto your left big toe with your right hand, which is helping the leg stay up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward, bring your left arm alongside your left ear. Then exhale, reach out, grab your right big toe. Now bend both your knees, release your toes. Place your hands on the floor next to the hips. Round your upper back, bring your chin into your chest, press into your hands, lift your seat, jump back to a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Blocks are terrific for that. That's a secret. Okay, secret ingredient. Your blocks are useful at that point. On your inhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, push through your right heel. Reach your arms alongside your body as if you're about to take off in flight. Shift weight into your left foot. On your inhale, lift your right foot off the floor, straightening your left leg. Dorsiflex your right foot. Engage those hamstrings to lift that right leg up. Warrior 3, exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently place your right hand down underneath your right shoulder. Use a block if you need to. Inhale, lift your left arm up, twisting, rotated half moon. Exhale, 1. Keep the right leg up in the air. Engage that hamstring. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently place your left hand down. And exhale, fold forward over your standing left leg, standing split. But lift that right leg up. Exhale, 1. Let the head be heavy. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Bend both your knees. Bring your right knee behind your left. Then slowly sit down in Gomukhasana, cow face. And you can sit on the block for this part if you need to. Okay. Then grab your big toes and yogi toe lock. And then lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forward. Bring your chin in front of your left knee. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest. If you're sitting on a prop, come off the prop for this part. Take a hold of your toes. Start to lift your legs out in front of you. This time your left ankle is going to be on top of the right once you extend the legs. And your right hand's going to be on top. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. On your inhale, lift your right arm up alongside your right ear. Then exhale, point your right fingers back toward the mirrors. Look at your right hand. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Keep pulling with your left arm on that right big toe. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward. Bring the right arm alongside the right ear. Then exhale, reach out. Grab your left big toe with the right hand. Bend both your knees. Start to bring the heels back, but keep the feet off the floor. If you need to, release your toes. Put your hands on blocks. Bring your chin into your chest. Lift your hips. Start to lift your feet. Jump back chaturanga. Good for you. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, if you're on blocks, this makes life super easy. Bend your knees. Look through your hands. On your inhale, shoot your legs through your hands. Come sit down, extending your legs out in front of you. Good for you. Dorsiflex the feet, lift the head and chest. And then exhale, fold forward. Paschimottanasana. Thigh echo. It was fun having you in here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. And exhale, hands by your hips, Dandasana. Now listen, you can come into a tabletop without bending your knees. Push into your hands. Start to lift your hips, bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor, let your head go back, coming into a tabletop. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring your chin into your chest and come sit back down in between your hands, extending your legs out in front of you. Yep. Then bend both your knees. Cross which ankle over you want. I don't care. Place the hands next to your hips on the blocks. Sure are nice. It makes life a lot easier. Bring your chin into your chest. Lift your feet. Lift your seat. Give a little rock. Give a little roll. Jump back chaturanga like magic. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the slowest chaturanga you've ever done in your entire life. Good for you. Squeeze the legs together. Reach the arms back toward the mirrors. On the inhale, lift the head, chest, legs, and arms. Locust, Shalabhasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Pull the navel toward the spine. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Dhanurasana, bow seat. Exhale, 1, good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Relax. Second Dhanurasana. You can hold on to the inside of the ankle if you so want to. You know, if you want to take a little variation, do that. On the inhale, lift up, Urban Dhanurasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, release the feet. Rock out the hips. All right, blocks sure do make this easier, I'm going to tell you. Place the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, if you have blocks underneath your hands, this is going to make this easier. Bend your knees, look through your hands. Now, I told you to sit down the first time. This time, shoot your legs through your hands and come lay down. Woo! All the way through and lay down. Look at there. Bend the knees, touch the heels with the fingertips, feet or hips width distance apart. On the inhale, lift the hips to the lower the middle back. Clasp the hands together in a fifth half bridge. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Release the hands. Come down, the upper, the middle, the lower back. From here, you can stay in that half bridge. You can even come into a supported half bridge. If you would like to experience upward bow, place the hands next to the head. Elbows toward the ceiling. Any props you want to use, you know that's cool with me. Press into your hands and your feet on your inhale. Lift the body off the floor. Urban Dhanurasana. Exhale, 1. Good, Mark. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, the upper, the middle, the lower back. You can windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Placing the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come up a second one. Exhale, 1. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. The upper, the middle, the lower back. You can windshield wiper the knees back and forth. One last time. Place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down, the upper, the middle, the lower back. Good for you. Draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. You can make little circles on the sacrum, rocking left to right, right to left. Little happy baby from here. Bring the soles of the feet toward the sky and hold on to the outside of the feet and draw your knees into your armpits. So your feet can come apart and if your hips are lifting up, try to pull your belly button down toward the floor. That's going to lengthen your tailbone down and take that roundness out of your lower back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on your inhale, bring your knees back to center. Give your knees a little hug. Yep. And then bring your forehead toward the knees. And then rock up to a seated position. And keep your knees bent, right? And as you keep your knees bent, lift your left arm up and then twist over to the right. Get your left arm on the outside of your right thigh. Yep. And your knees are going to shift a little bit to the left. That's okay. Exhale 1. Right hand's going to come behind you. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now, keep your left arm on the outside of your right leg, but look up here toward the windows, okay? Now, with your right hand, push into your right hand and start to lift your behind up. Yeah, and as you lift your behind up, put your left hand on the floor. Now, walk your right hand a little closer to the left hand. Then lift your hips up as if you're trying to lift your left hip up as if you're doing the disco bump. Then bend your elbows and lift your toes off the floor, come into a side crow. Inhale. Good for you. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. If you want to, you can lift that left leg up into the air. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come sit down. See, I like it when you trick the mind. Oh, that's over now. No, it's not. All right, let's try it on the left side. So with your knees bent, lift your right arm up and then twist over to the left. Yeah, take your left hand behind you, look over your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now look toward the windows. Then with your left hand, push into your left hand, start to lift your hips up a little bit, coming onto the toes again. And then put your right hand down. Lift your hips up, especially your right hip, as if you're doing the bump in the 70s. Then bend your elbows, make a little shelf for your left leg, and then tilt forward. Now, if you want to, you can start to lift that right leg off the left leg. Exhale 1, yeah. Inhale, good. Beth, exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come sit down. Good for you. And let's set up for shoulder stands. Salamba Sarvangasana. All supported limb seat. Or you can do legs up the wall. That's also an option. Or goddess if no inversions. If you want to use the wall for shoulder stand, I don't mind that either. You can like come in to shoulder stand from the wall, coming into legs up the wall, bend the knees, then lift the hips and put the hands on the back. You know, especially if you want to get your hips over your shoulders. Yep. So the idea that, you know, we're made up of virtue and vice. See, the thing is I need to express something to you as English speakers. And this is something that it took me a long time to learn studying Sanskrit. There is no word for evil in Sanskrit. Isn't that interesting? There is no word that means evil. So virtue, vice, that punya, apunya, is about as close as we can get. But vice is an interesting word over evil, because vice implies some kind of habitual habit, and that the mind is kind of taken over by the habitual habit of vice. Like gambling would be a vice. An addiction issue would be a vice. Compulsive sexual habits would be a vice. They wouldn't make the person evil. right? Like I said, there's no Sanskrit word for evil. But it would mean that they're struggling with the fluctuations of the mind, that they don't have a calm mind. And so vice, that polarization of vice and then swinging back into being virtuous or saintly, see, that's where it also gets very interesting with Patanjali, because he sees that that person has a problem too. Because, you know, like, you remember, do any of you remember Mother Teresa? Yeah, Mother Teresa, who did like all, like, you know, when I was in the 80s, when I was a young man, like that, oh, Mother Teresa is a saint. You wouldn't believe how she takes care of all these sick and dying people. And that was what was said about her over and over and over again. And she portrayed herself as a saint. And then she passed away. And all of these nuns that worked with her came out and said she was the meanest person they'd ever met in their life. That she was stingy, she was selfish. And they started pointing out her negative qualities. But we had turned her to a saint. So here again, that idea of virtue, vice, the extremes, you get disappointed. So the best thing to do is, you know, Mother Teresa is doing good work. She's trying her best to be a person who is offering compassion and unconditional love. But she's like everybody else, she's just working through it. That's what Patanjali would say, that we needed to feel and project and see. Dorsiflex the feet, let the toes come overhead, let the toes touch the floor behind the head. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bend the knees, reach back, hold on to the back of the knee joints. Karnapidasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then release the hands and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time till the hips come down. If you're at the wall, your legs will go back up the wall. That's perfectly fine, right? You're going to lower your hips and legs will go up the wall. From here, once you're down, unfold your mat, move any blankets y'all have off to the side, and lay down on your back for Matsyasana, fish. Turn the palms to face upward, puff up the chest, come onto the top of the head, balancing. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. That one's okay for you. Exhale 3. Bother your neck. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Press in the elbows. Bring the chin to the chest. Bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. And then gently roll over to the right side and come into a child seat. And in child seat, you can take a few moments in child seat. You don't have to rush up. So, reach the arms forward. Let the forehead rest on the ground. Kind of mentally prepare for a little headstand practice. And then turn the palms to face upward like you're trying to catch raindrops. That's going to bring the elbows a little closer together. It's going to create an external rotation of your upper arm bone. And then keep your elbows there in that external upper rotation of the upper arms and interlace your fingers together, making a fist with one hand, like two fists, one hand kind of thing. Then place the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. Then lift the knees up and walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. You can push into the forearms and build up strength if that's where you are. If you want to go further, bring the knees into the chest and bring the heels toward the seat. Half headstand. You can stay there. If you want to go further, bring your knees up toward the sky, then your feet toward the sky. Now, if you're using a blanket, I'm going to show you how I like you to use the blanket. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your forearms underneath the blanket, okay? And then make a fist, and then put that there so it's like a sling. And then that way your arm's on your sticky mat. It's a lot more control. You can go closer to the wall if you need to, okay? Go a little closer to the wall. And walk, go even closer to the wall, yeah. Because you don't want to lay on the wall in the back bend. Okay, perfect, you're better. So the other thing that's important to kind of think about, that idea that there is no word evil in Sanskrit, is when something is evil, it is almost saying that it can't be rehabilitated, or it has no positive use anymore. It's the most extreme of saintly or virtuous. But vice implies that we're all capable of the rehabilitation that yoga can offer us. That idea of calming the mind, of starting to see these shadow elements within ourselves, to see our positive aspects also. And as he said, by cultivation of joy, happiness, and compassion, start moving toward more positive, mutually beneficial aspects that are within us, instead of the aspects that are divisive, or cause us to be ashanti, with a lack of peace, or cause us to be adharmic, a lack of understanding of our rightful duty in the world. So everybody in yoga has the capable of doing this self-study, this self-analysis, this self-practice, and rehabilitating their self through the practice. Everybody's redeemable. Everybody can come back from the brink of, a decadent, vain, egotistical, viceful life, and experience yoga. But you have to want to do it. You have to want it. Slowly start to come down, and as you come down, rest in a child's seat. You can reach back, hold on to the ankles. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Gently lift the torso up, and let's make our way into Shavasana, corpse seat. So you can lay down with your head toward the windows, your feet toward the exit door. And from here, allow the breath now simply to breathe the body, letting go of Mula Bandha, relaxing at the pelvic floor, letting the body become heavy and dense. Shavasana, corpse seat. Gently start to deepen the breath. As you deepen the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead and stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Draw the knees into the chest and gently roll over to the right. And pressing the left palm into the earth, lift the torso up. And come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. So outside the breath, Patanjali really feels that these moments of meditation that you really are able to observe the mind and notice the swings within the mind, notice the fluctuations of the mind. He wants you to actually stay in the present moment, being the witness to those fluctuations. So the only way you can do that is through the breath. So sitting up nice and tall, close the eyes. And as you inhale, notice the breath at the tip of the nose. Notice how it's cool as it enters the body. Then as you exhale, notice the breath at the tip of the nose and notice how it's warm as it leaves the body. And just allow the breath to breathe the body, but focus at the tip of the nose. And as you focus at the tip of the nose, allow the mind to do what it does. If it begins to talk, watch it. Don't get involved with it. Just be the witness to the mind. And just follow the breath, not the mind. Shanti, Shanti. Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Hey, listen, on November the 3rd, Florencia is going to be here doing a cacao ceremony. That's going to be awesome. I would sign up for that now. She told me her teacher is going to be with her, her shaman teacher from the Amazon. He's going to be in New York, and so she's going to be doing that. And then later on in November, I'm going to be doing a workshop with Devanad Das and I are going to do this together. It's going to be, we're going to have an asana class where we work toward practicing Hanumanasana split. But then the last part of the class, we're going to all sit around and Devadas is going to teach us the Hanuman Chalisa. So if you've ever wanted to perfect your split and the Hanuman Chalisa, that is the workshop for you. If you're going to stay for Yoga Nidra, leave your mat where it is. We're going to take a little bio break. Be loved, be vegan. I will see you next time. Thank you.